Okay. We've got the lights on. Is it okay if we leave the lights on? Is that comfortable for everybody? We can see each other. I feel much better. I can see you all. Whereas previously I was looking at a dark, blank room. So I appreciate your flexibility in having the lights on. Okay. It is my great pleasure to commence this evening. I would like to welcome to the stage Auntie Diane Kerr, who will come up and do a welcome to country, which we're grateful for her time. So please, up to the stage. Thank you.
Hello everybody. I honour my ancestors and my elders, and I pay homage to this sacred ground that we're on. I wish to acknowledge any elders and elders of different nations that are here. I acknowledge any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples, in particular Paddy and Sue, and I pay my respect to your ancestors, elders and families. I wish to acknowledge all of you, and I pay my respects to your families. I'm proud and honoured to be here on the traditional country of my grandmother and mother and ancestors, to be able to welcome you here. This area is very important to us. It's a pathway to Melbourne. Melbourne is where we lived along the Birrarung, which is the Yarra River. We lived for thousands of years behind Flinders Street Station before history tells us that we were moved to a place called Corranderk Station, which is a mission in Healesville, and that's where my grandmother was born. So the MCG is our traditional ceremonial area. The confluence of the Merry Creek and the Birrarung, the Yarra, is our initiation grounds. The grounds between the Children's Hospital and the zoo is the meeting place of the Kulin Nations, of which Wurundjeri is one of the 5 tribes. Government House is the camping area for the Bunurong and Wurundjeri, which are the 2 tribes of the 5. Federation Square is a smaller meeting place where we hold Tanderrum, which means the coming together of the 5 tribes. And this year was our 6th year that we held Tanderrum, and our first year was the first time that the Kulin Nations have danced in 150 years. So Melbourne is very important to me, and I love my city, and I love to share it. I love talking about our history because I firmly believe that we need to share history. Melbourne has now about 150 different cultures, and we all have wonderful cultures that we need to share. If we all share our stories and understand each other, I firmly believe that we can live in harmony. And when we live in harmony, we eradicate racism and stigma, and we pave the way for our young ones, our future leaders. We make it a better world, and they can live in peace and walk our streets without fear of any harm. So I offer you all my hand in friendship so that we can all journey together. May Bunjil, my creator, surround you all and keep you safe on country. On behalf of my elders, I say Wominjeka, Wurundjeri Ballot, Yemen Bundibig, which means welcome to the traditional country of the Wurundjeri people. I wish to welcome you from the tops of the trees to the roots in the ground. So when we look after each other and we look after country, country truly looks after us. Nungojan, thank you.
you for your honour and your welcome. I would like to say welcome to all the deaf community members here. We would like to thank you, Auntie Di, for coming and acknowledging us, and we acknowledge and respect you too. Thank you very much. And see you all after.
What a beautiful welcome. Thank you so much to Patricia Morris, or Patty as she's known, for her additional words of welcome. So thank you both of you.
Thank you.
Okay. A big deaf welcome to Flow, the Flow Festival. Wow. I'm a bit nervous, I must be honest. I've got some words here to prompt my thinking for the opening today. Most importantly, I'd like to thank our sponsors. Without our sponsors and supporters, our festival would not be where it is, and we wouldn't be able to have such a successful festival over the next 2 days. So we thank them so much for their support. And I guess some of the money probably is from your tax as well.
Yes, so the workshops, I'm sure that's coming out of your pockets and in your hands.
Okay, well just remember Ramus likes to be the comedian, so we won't take any notice of what he has to say. We'd like to thank Darebin Council, Expression Australia, Auslan Services, Auslan and Turquoise Australia, Deaf Children Australia, the American Embassy. Unfortunately, our representative from the American Embassy wasn't unable to make it tonight, but will be here over the next 2 days. As well, Arts Access Victoria, who's provided some financial support as well as people support, and we appreciate all of our sponsors and supporters.
And also, I'd really like to pay special respect to Arts Access Victoria for supporting us. They have been with us in partnership, so I'd like to acknowledge that.
Absolutely, and they've had the conviction that we've been able to hold a successful festival. So without their support and positivity, we wouldn't be here either. The three of us met about 2 years ago at 7 o'clock in the morning because Ramus and Irene have full-time jobs, so it was difficult for me to get up so early and meet with these two people before they started work. And we met at a cafe at 7 o'clock in the morning. This was 2 years ago. We first came up with the idea of such a festival. And that's where the seed was first planted. It's taken a long time for it to get to the point where we are now, but thanks to technology, Zoom, FaceTime, WhatsApp, emails, writing letters, I don't think so, Ramus. Yeah, face-to-face meetings, pigeon mail, right, okay, nice one, Ramus. Another joke from Ramus, but a variety of ways we've come together to really come up with this concept. I must be honest, a couple of days I wanted to kill these guys, and a couple of times I think they've wanted to kill me too.
But it's always been with love and a bit of throttling at times.
Please join us, welcome.
But we are here, and the reason why we established this idea 2 years ago was because Ramus had this inspiration from overseas. Where did you go? You might need to spell that out for the interpreters. He went to the Click Festival in France. You know what we're talking about? It's a French word, the Click. However you spell it. It's something like that, some very fancy French word, but it means to pick. So it's the Click Festival, like the wink of an eye. So translating those words, we came up with these signs. And when was it, 12 or 15? 12 to 14 years that has been running. And it really inspired us to have something like that here on our shores. So that's how we came together and devised this idea.
And we're hoping as well to hold this festival every 2 years, similar to what they do overseas. We're keen to allow the opportunity for artists to get together in a professional space and share and exhibit their work. And the Flow Festival celebrates deaf artists. So deaf artists have the ability to exhibit and share their work. And we know there are many mainstream opportunities for people within the mainstream community to show their work. But we have a unique aspect in terms of our community and our language, and we wanted to provide a space for deaf artists to show their work.
Now I'd like to talk a little bit about the Flow logo. It means everybody coming together. Artists who are part of a community. Yes, we're all dotted around out there in the wider community, but it's a safe space for us all to come together and be on the same page, in the same area, and share our art and our stories. Maybe we've never seen each other before and we don't know each other's names. But it's a wonderful space where we can all get together, meet each other, and really develop that lovely community feel.
And it's great for us to make contact with those that may not necessarily be well known, that are personal artists or artists that keep their work to themselves and now have an opportunity to exhibit their work. And not only those from Victoria, people from Queensland, Western Australia, we're able to get together really, and it's a nice representation of what that means through our logo.
Yes, and we're also not just looking at the current artists, but we're looking at emerging young artists and hard of hearing people, and looking at the way we can all express ourselves through our identity and through our art.
And we do have performances. We have someone from America that will be presenting tomorrow and tonight, which is fantastic for us to have an international guest that can probably give us some more ideas. And we're hoping in the future we'll be able to invite some French artists, similar to the way they hold the festival in France. There's a lot of artists that come to France to exhibit their work. So we're really hoping that we can provide something similar here in Melbourne, Australia.
And I'm also very grateful that we have a deaf Aboriginal guest here all the way from Queensland, from Cairns. So it's really wonderful to have you here as well and to sharing the welcome to our space. So thank you very much, Patty, for being here.
Better just refer back to my notes and make sure we're on track. So I would like to thank our volunteers for giving up their time this weekend to make sure the Flow Festival runs as smoothly as possible. So thank you so much to our volunteers for your tireless work. I would also like to say thanks to Shell and Tamara for really coordinating our volunteers and making sure they all know what they're doing. Our social media team, we have Selwyn, Janelle, Sheena and Franco working on our social media team. You'll see them around over the next two days with their cameras uploading all of the media and pictures onto social media. And again, these people have given up their time. Both Janelle and Sheena are from Queensland, believe it or not, and they've travelled down here in their own time and cost to be here to support our festival. So we thank them in particular.
And I have to again say technology is so amazing. And also, we need to make sure that we're not critical of each other as well. So that's why it's all above board here tonight.
And the development of our program, which has been done so carefully, and I know was one of the most stressful jobs, wasn't it, Irene? Trying to work out the times and get everyone together and making sure the 2 days runs as smoothly as possible. So thank you to Irene as well as Chloe, who worked quite closely with Irene. Chloe, just up there. Chloe has worked very closely. Thank you, Chloe, for your time to making sure the program is jam-packed and full of fantastic exhibits and artists, and we know a lot of work's gone into the development of this. and Jacob as well for your tireless work. Jacob in particular for the design and the illustration. Jacob Campbell, I think may or may not be here. I think he's upstairs actually in the art gallery. Jacob is showing his work as well over this weekend, and Chloe as well for designing the logo for the Flow Festival, which Ramis talked about earlier. Okay, just checking where we're up to.
Okay, I'd just like to let you all know, it's part of my role. I'm the admin person, so I do all the paperwork and all the background stuff. I'd like you to know that tomorrow is going to be a rainy day. It's, I suppose, part of the Flow Festival, so a lot of the things that we had planned to have outside, we've got a change of plan, and now we're moving it undercover. So when you arrive, we will let you know where you need to be to get to your respective workshops. So then on Sunday, we're hoping that the rain does cease and we will have some sunshine. So I do know that we will be having some exhibitions outside. And also because Flow is going to be such a popular event, I need to let you know, please be aware that you do need to book prior to some of the workshops. So from 7 till 7:30 before Auslanex, come and see me tonight and let me know which workshops you would like to be involved in so that you can have your name at the door ready to go. And there is also an art exhibition happening upstairs, so feel free to go up there and have a look around. And if you would like to know more about some of the particular artworks, what the meaning is and where the ideas have come from, through Saturday and Sunday, we will have some artist presentations. So you are invited to come along and see those and discuss the artwork. There will be time for question and answers as well. Okay.
All right. So once you all leave and head upstairs to the art gallery, please remember that the bar is open for your enjoyment and a great place for us all to meet together as a community. And please, we're not going to be responsible for cutting you out the door when you're drunk. Please, you'll be taking responsibility of yourselves. And Irene may be providing some assistance there. But once you head upstairs for your look at the art gallery, please be back here at about 7:15 for a 7:30 start of Auslanex tonight. Auslanex won't be Auslan interpreted, it is just presented in Auslan.
Now the art exhibition is actually upstairs. You know where reception is. If you follow the stairs up to the second floor, there are two areas where the gallery is happening. So we'll see you all up there.
And if you get lost, look out for those wearing the black tops with the Flow logo, and they'll be able to provide you any assistance you need throughout the 2 days. So we hope you all will enjoy the first Flow Festival, and it's our pleasure to now officially open Flow Festival 2018. Thank you so much, everybody.